I'm going to just sit back and enjoy.
Welcome back to the latest episode of the Dub Sessions podcast. Presented by me, James Double, aka LFC_J Dubs, my brother,
Ben Double, aka Dubs LFC.
and as you've already heard, a special guest today who told me to start the pod and immediately started talking. Introduce yourself.
No, I'm Felly, or LFC Felly, because I'm a big loser as well. I didn't mean to. I didn't know you were just going to go for it. I thought you were going to have a second.
You just said, I need a second. You're like, nah, go for it. You got it. So when?
While I was talking, do you know what I mean? What a rude podcast. I was interrupting the guest. Terrible. Anyway, we'll be fine. So,
how you doing, Fede? How you doing, mate?
Well, how am I doing? I'm doing excellent, my friend. I'm doing excellent after watching the love of my life, Florian Wirtz, absolutely drown because of his teammates. How does Fulkrug start for a national team? Yes. Never mind Germany. How does he start for a national team?
Yeah, it is, man.
The thing is, he had a good. Was it?
It wasn't last year.
Was it last year? No, I think it was last year. He had a good run in the German squad for finishing goals. Came into the West Ham team and then literally ghosted. Nothing.
Well, he had injuries. That's fair, but he wasn't good when he played. He's terrible when he played.
Typical target man sort of thing as well, isn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, if you're playing for Germany, like they don't play when they're seeded. They only play like one good team in a qualification group. So you should score a lot, like Kane does. Kane's a good player, but he scores a lot because he should. Yeah. You beat Andorra 1-0.
Oh, that's stupid.
He's doing what he should do though. Yeah. And like Fulkrug should be able to score against these crap teams as well. But then who was it he got in the way of? Was it Undav? Is it Undav?
I didn't watch. Did you
watch the game?
No, I watched it.
Like the 88th minute, the ball's coming across the 6-yard box. Undav's right in front of the goal, ready to tap it in, and he just comes running from the side and just basically just gets in the way, and it goes out for a goal kick. And Undav just spent the next minute screaming at him. It was a sight to see. But yeah, it would have been 2-1 with like 8 minutes to go.
Yeah.
But obviously, it just ended 2-0.
And normally you get momentum at that point, don't you? So it's literally probably.
Oh yeah, if it would have gone 2-1,
they're like, nah, mate. I'm in the way.
Yeah, we could have had a 95th minute Wirtz dagger if it would have been all Germany right then, but it literally just killed the game. Yeah, you just knew Germany weren't going to do anything after that. It's terrible.
Well, speaking of I'll say potential side, and I don't think I see he's in Liverpool today, supposedly.
No.
Not seen that?
You've been fooled.
I've been fooled?
I saw that the picture in the airport or whatever where it's like he landed. I have no idea.
And it's from November.
What, from when we played them?
Yeah, when they arrived.
That makes sense.
Right, okay. That's probably... Yeah, because like apart from that picture...
Isn't there? Like, everyone's chats immense. Like, well, Felly isn't in the know by now, by the way.
He's in the know. Go on, Felly.
I'm in the know. I've got all my contacts, People just ask me things that I have no idea what the answer is, but
he just gets tagged by.
I got tagged with the same guy keeps tagging me saying, "What's happening with Wirtz?" I don't know.
Well, if he is your pick, you should know. You're literally embodying.
Well, I've got no response to that one. To be there, maybe you're right. Maybe I should know. Maybe I should know.
Speaking of potential new signings, I got to throw the ball in your court, Felly. Because you're the one that first called me out on my jinx of the T-shirts I buy with the names on the back and then leaving straight away the next year. So who do you think I should get next year?
Who should you get? Oh, that's a good question. I like that. Who do I actually... I'm not someone who hates any player that plays for Liverpool. So it's not like a want of leaving the club.
Yeah.
Who needs to leave the club is a different question. I don't want to have to wait a full year. Oh, God.
Is it safe for Endo that I'm actually going to enjoy wearing his shirt, but probably going to leave?
Yeah, I was going to say Gomez, maybe, Joe Gomez. Because there's talk to him leaving this summer, but he might stay. if we don't sign a centre back, he probably stays.
Yeah, I can't say.
Or like vice versa. It's either if we sign one, he goes, or if he goes, we're signing a centre back.
Yeah.
But he could stay. But I don't think he'd stay past next year. Unless he stays, Van Dijk is injured and he has the season of a lifetime. And then, you know. But he's going to probably leave at least, by the latest, next summer, I would have thought.
He's one that also falls foul of us being quite close to our, homegrown contingency.
Frimpong helps that now.
Yeah, Frimpong's come in, which has helped us, which is good. Because obviously he came through the City Academy, didn't he? So it counts as homegrown.
Obviously just replacing Trent there.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Yeah. There's probably others that we can get. Yeah, Kelleher's gone. I can't even think who we've got. We've obviously got academy players coming through.
Badge.
When
we got him.
Badgetich, does he count if he comes back?
If he came through our academy, he might count.
I think he does.
Don't know when we bought him.
I'm not sure. But I mean, we have got obviously other players coming through like that Trey, I always say his name, Trey Nyone, or how do you say his name?
Spot on, that's how I would say it.
We've got him, we've got...
I don't know how to say his name.
Yeah, Rio.
Ungamo?
At the moment, we got Ben Doak coming back this summer.
Yeah.
So it depends what he wants to do with the squad, but there's plenty of opportunity to have the homegrown players
in the squad, in and around sort of thing, cup games and whatnot. Yeah, fair enough. I'll give a quick summary of what we're going to talk about today in general. So obviously, going to interview Felly a little bit about all things red in his life. Not the red top that he's actually wearing there, the Welsh top. Yeah, he's very upset that we're taking his time watching them.
Oh well, you know,
and they have just kicked off 2-0 down after 1 minute.
No, we always batter the Belgium, so we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Well, I thought we could have a quick discussion about the whole Ballon d'Or conversation with Ronaldo. The whole
straight away
structure. Yeah, just still doing structure, and then also just run through the last couple of transfer discussions that's gone on. I heard rumours today about Nunes, so we'll go on to that as well. But first, shall we talk about you, Felly?
First, I'm going to double check OBS is recording. So I'm going to...
watch that hand.
The mic's working. Yeah, the mic's working.
Watch that hand as well, Dubs. Watch where the hand was going. It's a dangerous game. You didn't even realise what you wrote about.
Hey, Elon Musk done it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, true.
Right.
Wait, so...
Interview.
Is it going to be a question and answer? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
Question and answer. You can talk for as long or as little as you like. I mean, I prefer to actually have a conversation rather than yes or no's or whatever, but it's up to you, mate.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, just start with your Liverpool experience so far, I guess. It's something we always ask people. Just why Liverpool?
Why Liverpool? The very simple answer would be Grandad was from the area. So obviously, and his dad, and then they've moved, and so that means I'm a plastic fan. So yeah, we obviously through my dad, from my family. It's as simple as that, really. So I put a Liverpool kit. Yeah. But obviously, because I'm not from Liverpool, let's support your local.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, we're talking about Cornwall, probably on the opposite side. You're actually closer than us, so we're even.
I am close, but it's just one of them things that just annoys me about football fans, especially ones of like a crap team, like I don't know, like a Stockport. Yeah, fuck you, Stockport. But you know what I mean? They'll have like three fans online saying, "Oh, support your local." It's like, mate. You support them through your dad. If you had a choice, you would not support Stockport. It's the same thing.
Yeah, no, that is.
So yeah, just simply put in a kit at birth, and that was it.
Yeah,
still got the kit somewhere.
You fit in it?
Yeah. Well, I had do you know the teddy like Bradley Bear? Do you know that? I think it was from Devon or something. They had they got the tiger as well.
Yeah.
I feel like
no, not Devon. Haven. Sorry, I was thinking of Haven. Yeah. But I think I got that. You know what I'm on about? They have those teddies. I think one was called Bradley Bear, and I had one that's I want to say it's half a meter, 50 centimeters, whatever. And it was on there for God knows until I moved out, and I don't know where it is now. But it was on there. I think my mum took it off. Yeah, I think my mum took it off when I moved out and put the original clothes back on and stored it somewhere. But yeah, there is a like a 6 to 12-month-old Liverpool kit somewhere in my mum's house.
Cool, though. That's pretty cool. You still got it.
Yeah, it's there somewhere.
Nice.
I don't fit in anymore, but
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that could be a forfeit in itself. If I'm getting cream pied in the face,
Oh,
mate, you
trying to get in that.
Come on.
What am I forfeit for? What have I done? Well,
What's your favourite moment? You know,
favorite moment all time.
Yeah, there are obviously some classic ones. People are usually Istanbul or first time win the league in 30 years, things like that. But
yeah, God, just ones that popped into my mind. Olympiacos, Gerrard.
Yeah.
Louis Garcia versus Juventus.
Yeah.
Just that goal is just beautiful.
Silly.
Istanbul. One that pops straight to mind is the 2019 final as well. Just that day was just mint.
Yeah.
Remember being out in my hometown, loads of Liverpool fans around, one Spurs fan. Poor guy. You know, you're just walking down towards the pub, you just see a Spurs shirt surrounded by like 100 Liverpool shirts. You're just like, right. Good luck, fella. And then obviously, yeah, we beat them 2-0. That was a good night.
Yeah.
It's hard to think off the spot. The Coutinho goal against City, that was a good one.
Yeah.
When we thought we were going to win the league, but it didn't happen.
Yeah. I remember being Tenerife for that. I was so different.
Were you in Tenerife for that?
Yeah, I was so happy. I was surrounded by like United fans and stuff as well, and then it just fell apart.
Yeah. One I always remember like missing from that season is we beat Arsenal like 5-0 or 5-1.
Yeah.
We scored like 4 goals in like the first 20 minutes.
Is that the one with
I always remember. Yeah, Sterling played. Yeah, I think Skirtle scored as well, maybe. I remember like we were going to go down to the pub, meet a couple of friends. I'd lost all signal on my phone, and they were late, and I was like, do I just go in? Do I not? Do I go in? Do I not? Anyway, my mate showed up. We went in, 25-minute mark, 4-0. I was like, I've missed everything. I was fuming. I had the same. We beat Bournemouth 9-0. The missus went away to her mum's for the weekend. No, my missus went to her mum's for the weekend. I did a night shift. So it was like, I did 2 night shifts. So it was like my in-between. So I just did a night shift. It was then the Saturday, and I had another night shift. Well, because she wasn't there, I didn't like bother setting an alarm or anything. I woke up at like 5 o'clock just after the game finished, looked at my phone. I had like 12 notifications for all the goals and full time. I was like, oh my God, I missed hell of a game. Yeah, fuming. It's hard.
You kind of named quite a few there moment-wise. Favourite goal?
Favourite goal? One, just because Gerrard's my favourite player, I'll pick one that I always probably think of my favourite is the one against Middlesbrough. Where he chests it forward and volleys it into the top left corner, like looping as well. It's just a hell of a goal.
Other than the West Ham 2006 final, I think that's my favourite Gerrard goal. Like, it's so
unreal.
There's so many of them. Though, like
we were saying, I think we were saying a couple of weeks ago, is with the like XG approach to games now, you don't get those sort of pop shots from 40 yards out. Absolute screamers.
Yeah, there's not enough players that do it, do they? They coach to get it as close to the goal as possible now, aren't they? And try and guarantee a goal rather than just having a speculative effort. You get it a couple of times, but
this is the
not as much as you would
on Twitter because of Szoboszlai. They're like, why don't you do that in a game? I'm like, Slot's telling him not to.
Yeah,
he's literally telling him to pass, and they're like, how do you know that? It's not happening, is it? I'm like, well, yeah, it's obvious. Like he knows he can shoot. He would want to shoot, but he's passing to create a better XG.
Yeah, it's not as if Maka and Gravenberch are shooting every time they get 30 yards out either, is it? But they won't talk about that. They don't say, why wasn't Canate shooting from 40 yards? Yeah, what's he doing?
Well, I mean, every time...
Never heard of Daniel Agger.
I kind of want him to.
Well, I've even seen Lesson Salah shooting from like far distances. He'll always go for like, every so often to me, like inside the box, he'll curl one. But I don't really see him shoot from outside the box anymore either when he's cutting in. He'll always try and do like the pass to Szoboszlai, like when it goes like between the defenders to the byline.
I mean, the next one on the list was favourite player, but you just literally done a typical bet. Jumped ahead of the curve.
Well, I'm not. Sorry. Hey, I can do you one, but I can go through every favourite player if you want.
Oh, go on then. What's
So I can go. Right. Okay, this can be fun. So I probably started watching I want to say more than just a little bit of a game. As a kid, I probably started watching proper games from maybe the 2003 season. So I didn't fully understand what was happening league-wise, cup-wise, blah blah blah. But I was watching full games at a time. So I'd say from 03 and 04, Michael Owen was my favourite player. And I had your classic jinx of I went on a stadium tour.
Me too.
Right? Summer 04 stadium tour. And I got this banner. I might have it somewhere still. And it was an Owen fucking banner. The ones that... Sorry, I swore. Don't know if that's allowed.
I 4 times already, so...
Sorry. I just do it. Yeah. But how say if England were playing Spain, they'd have a little banner thing.
Yeah.
And they sort of hold that. It was one of them, and it had Owen on it. Anyway, he left about 3 days later. That was good. Yeah. So it's not happened since. So then, in 05, it would have been Gerrard and Louis Garcia for the next couple of years. And then pretty much it's just Gerrard until he leaves, but joint with players. Yeah, so it was then Torres. Then it was Torres. Nice. And then it was just sort of Gerrard by himself for a couple of years. And and then it was Coutinho. Yeah. Then Firmino.
The magician.
And I haven't really had one the last couple of years, though. Florian Wirtz, mate. No. I've got probably a couple of favourites now. Chiesa's just the boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Wish he played more, but unfortunately he can't. Yeah, I mean he might stay. I think it depends if someone else leaves. I think if Diaz and Gakpo don't leave, I think he does. I think if one of them leaves, though, we'll probably get a striker and just have Chiesa as a backup.
Yeah. He kind of
I'd imagine
push the whole front three, can he? So it's a bit of a...
Yeah, exactly. He can play if he stays fit, he can play all the cup games as well, can't he? And stuff like that. So, makes sense.
I've just gone rogue and added a question into my structure. Just because
that is very unlike James.
Quite a few of your decisions there were attacking players. Firstly, have you played football? And if so, what position?
I have played football. Striker. So,
yeah, there it is.
To be fair, I haven't played men's football in years, mainly because of the shift pattern I work. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
But in men's football, I've played every position apart from goal.
Nice.
And that's only because I've sprained. Well, I broke one wrist and sprained the other one twice, so I just physically can't do it. And that's all. They're all from goalkeeping accidents. So, yeah, great saves, all of them.
Best place.
Great saves. No, but every other place I've played. But yeah, I probably best in the camp gun, just not fast enough.
Yeah.
Probably the 10. Do you know what's a weird one? I hate right wing. Hate it with passion. I don't know why. Love left wing. I'm not quick. I'm okay. If there's a reason. Yeah, I can get past the player and I can keep away from them. But say if a ball's hit over the top, I'm probably not going to get on the end of it.
Yeah.
No, I'm sprinting, but I'm just probably the same speed. I'm you know what I mean? If the defender's in front of me, I'm not quick enough to run around the defender and get there. So yeah, I'm not a bad playmaker. I can score goals, but my manager decided I was in quite a young team when I was 21, 20-ish myself. But everyone else got the years below me, so it was a stinking team. So I went from playing up front where I was just getting no chances. I was put into CDM just because I'd fly into a tackle.
Yeah, not caring.
And I just sort of stayed there. That was it then.
I feel whoever ends up as a holding, that's usually the reason they get there. He was the same.
Flying into challenges.
Absolutely fine, flying in regardless of challenge.
I wouldn't. It's not as if I just fly in. I could read the game quite well, but I just wouldn't. Yeah, I just wouldn't fanny out the challenge like some of the younger lads would.
That wasn't fair. That's fine. For everyone else that we've interviewed, we've asked them how they're feeling about the current season. Well, fella, you're lucky enough to have hindsight. So, how did you rate last season?
3 out of 10 probably.
3 out of 10.
Not good enough for the Premier League. We should have won the quad, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
We should have won the quad. How didn't we win the quintuple? The quintuple was on, lads. The imaginary one at the end as well.
Yeah.
You know, you get a shiny gold trophy, don't you? A little miniature trophy for Invincible. So yeah, we should have gone for the quintuple. But
A lot of bait.
get it clipped. It's a solid. It's a 9 out of 10 season. It's not a perfect season. We could have done better in the cup. We should have probably won the League Cup. We probably. Well, it's just annoying that we couldn't get an early goal in the second leg of the PSG game. Because if we would have won that game, we would have won that tournament.
Oh yeah,
like,
100%.
we would have beat Villa easily. We would have beaten Arsenal, and then I think we would have battered into Milan. Looking at them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of them. We couldn't score in that first 20 minutes, and then it was a very even game after that. It was like just end to end.
Like, everyone was like rinsing us for that game, like going back to it. But like, we didn't play horrible. Like,
no, I don't think either team played good in that second leg. The first leg, they were the much better side, but it seemed like we set up that way. Yeah, we set up to counter-attack. That's all we did. And in the second leg, it was very 50-50, I thought.
Yeah, I agree.
And we had we had a Salah chance where he just decides to shoot at Nuno Mendes. But we had a decision, and it doesn't seem like a big decision at the point, but I can't remember if it was the first leg. I think it was the second leg, though, like 70 minutes in, where Nuno Mendes just tripped Salah up. It was an identical foul to it was an identical one to the one that against Everton, right near the end, where he got tripped up running through towards the goal. And the ref didn't give it. He didn't give this one either. That's a yellow card all day long. Clear contact, not attempting to play the ball, stopping a counter-attack. And if he's on a yellow card for 20 minutes to go, anything could happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
He could have got a red card, and then even if it goes to extra time, we've got an extra half an hour of then down to 10 men.
Yeah. Salah is the most foul player that doesn't get given fouls against. Like, he gets fouled so much and gets given. It's stupid.
But at the same time, he's also the one that fans complain about getting given penalties and fouls the most.
See it, like.
Oh, no. It's because we get one and then that's it.
Yeah. It's like when they hold arms around him, hold him, and then bring him to the ground and nothing's happening. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, the classic one to show Salah is the Bernardo Silva one where he went mental. And people don't even clock it, though. Bernardo Silva actually heals him in the shin at the end of the clip as well.
Yeah.
He backs into him and fully kicks back. If he would have just gone down there and it gone to VAR, he probably would have got a red.
Oh, yeah.
Because he does swing his leg back.
That's the thing. He
should
goes down and then gets accused of going down too easily all the time. It's just like...
He only does that, though, when he's not getting anything.
Yeah.
There was that one. Oh, who was it against earlier this season? He did pretty much dive when he got in the box, but he'd literally just been tripped up outside the box. The referee didn't blow it, so he got up, ran onto the ball into the box, and then sort of dived and was fuming. So he should have got the first one. I think we drew the game, so it might have been the Villa game.
Fulham?
I feel like we drew.
Fulham.
I can't remember. I can see the clip clearly. I just can't see the kick.
No, I know what you're on about.
I
want to say it was contentious. Like, it was definitely a draw. It was definitely we could have got the win.
I'm sure it was a game that we drew.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of them. He gets fouled over and over, so he starts going down easy, and then other fans complain.
No, that's a joke.
But,
was it the Arsenal?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Well, might have been the Arsenal.
No, I don't think it was.
I don't think it was Arsenal.
Well, until they scored. We were under the cosh until they scored, and then they took their foot off the gas and came back, and then they scored again. Well, whatever it was.
What do you hope for next year then? You said 9 out of 10. You hoping for a 10 out of 10 quadruple? You think we're going to do it?
Hey, it'd be nice. I don't think any team's going to do the quadruple unless they're just really fortunate. I would like us to. I don't ever put a season down to have to win anything. I'd say as long as we are challenging for the big two, or at least one of the big two at the end of the season, then it's a good season. Obviously, I'd like to win one of those and maybe another cup. Then that's a great season.
And that's a solid progression as well from this season into next sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but you're not always going to progress. When you've won the league or a big trophy, you're not always going to progress the next season, are you?
Yeah.
I want the double.
I mean, If
I
we
mean, it'd
don't
be nice.
progress, you know football Twitter's going to absolutely go haywire.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if we somehow come second by a point, Liverpool won season wonders. Shit.
Yeah. You know it's going to happen, though, don't you?
Yeah, it is what it is.
This, again, another question which was a bit more relevant at the time because it was when Lucho's song came out. But what's your favourite football chant?
Oh, it's going to be Keys now, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what my favourite football chant is. I'm just thinking of Wrexham ones now. I'm trying to think of a Liverpool. The Gerrard one's just a classic, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's just nice. It's easy to sing, and you can fucking give Lampard a bit of abuse for no reason. I don't know. What's your favourite? Just give me some inspiration.
Oh, this season it was Lucho's one for most of it, and then
I like the Ali one. There you go. I like the Ali one.
Ali one?
Yeah, Alison Becker. The Brazilian did our goal.
Which one did you just sing? That's
as much as you get. I'm not a singer.
And then, to be fair, for me, towards the end, it was definitely Endo's, just because it was a party whenever that was going on. When we were winning the league, Endo's song at the end.
Yeah. A classic one I like is the Maxi Rodriguez one for Heartbeat. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I do love Keys.
I just like that
one. Like, it's popped to the end of the year.
Yeah, there's a last minute one, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was good.
It could be a waste of a tune, I'm not going to lie, though. Because if he leaves, we could have used it.
No, just give it to someone else.
Yeah. We can recycle that shit, that's fine.
Yeah, be fine.
You've kind of said quite a few already, so it'd be interesting what you actually land on. Build your favourite five-a-side team of Liverpool players.
Oh, favourite five-a-side.
And you can choose...
Including, because sometimes people... So keeper's one of them. Are we saying keeper's one of them, yeah?
Yeah.
Because I've seen ones where they just do the outfield players and it's weird. All right, we'll just put Ali. We'll just put Ali in goal.
Yeah.
Simple, isn't it? It's going to be him or Reina. I'll put Van Dijk at the back. I will put. I'll put. Ooh.
It could be a number. It
Let's get
Masha, Alonso, Gini, Thiago.
The thing is, I'm not in my head. I'm like, do I just pick who my favourite players are and put them in, or do I pick a team that I think would do really well at five-a-side?
Yeah. I went for five-a-side, so.
Yeah. All right. I'll put in. I will put in Maka and Gini Wijnaldum.
Nice, yeah.
And I will put in Firmino and Suarez. Oh no, it's too many. Firmino by himself. I picked six there, and I.
That's right.
I think Van Dijk at the back.
That's fine.
Yeah, Suarez could be my sub. Yeah, I feel like that team would do.
Fight someone, but it'd be something.
Yeah, I feel like that team would cook quite well.
I'm surprised you didn't put Coutinho. He's a little magician.
I thought about it, but I just thought Maka's work rate would help more.
Yeah.
Getting up and down back, because it's quite up and down, isn't it? Five-a-side.
Constant.
I used to play it quite a lot, so I just thought someone with a bit more movement. He's just going to probably end up next to Firmino, just chatting shit, isn't he? So we'll have Maka there instead.
Yeah.
Like I did think of Gerrard and stuff like that, but
I can't remember who I went. I think I went like Thiago and stuff. I think I had Suarez and stuff.
Yeah, Thiago's a good one.
I'm definitely would have had Gerrard.
I would have had Gerrard, 100%.
Everyone pitched.
I thought about it.
Kind of makes sense. So.
I thought about Matip. His weaving runs from the back.
I was going to say he would run up the pitch, mate. There's no judgment on that one.
But in a small five-a-side pitch, who's getting past Van Dijk? Like, it's just not happening, is it?
No, it's not. What position would you want to improve in the current squad? Now, back when it was mid-season, a lot of back shouts, obviously, and we've had some movement already. So, where would you want to improve?
Say if we got Kirkers. If we got
Kirkers,
where would you want to improve after that?
Striker.
Yeah.
Who'd you want?
I'd, for the money, take a punt at Gyökeres.
So,
personally.
Is it United are after him today?
Yeah.
That came out?
Yeah. Well, I'd take that punt. He might. Well, he's just good in the box, isn't he?
So
yeah, he's good in the box, and a lot of our failings this year from our strikers have been in the box. It's not been anything to do with anything outside the box.
No.
So even if his link-up play is not amazing, he doesn't have to be. Because if Wirtz is going to come in and be in that 10 role anyway, he's going to be the link-up. And then it's going to say go out wide to Gakpo, Diaz, Salah, and then it'll come into Gyökeres, and you just got to put the ball in the goal.
Yeah,
but yeah, we struggled with that.
Yeah, whoever it is, I feel like has to be different from the options we have now. So it's like a plan B. So Nunes, for example, he's kind of similar to Nunes in being a target man, and hopefully he can just finish more efficiently. But if you went for another smaller striker, as it were, kind of just the same as a Jota or a Diaz when we play him there, those sort of things. So what's your favourite match?
I'm not match.
Favourite game ever
from this year or from all time?
Yeah, forever.
Okay, easy. Wrexham versus Sheffield United, or that's what I've been to. Wrexham versus Sheffield United, or watching Wales versus Belgium 2016.
Oh, no wonder you said we beat the Belgians. You're speaking from experience.
3-1. Hal Robson-Carney, Cruyff turning 3 Belgian players and all the ball past Courtois. What a fucking game!
So
beautiful.
You Ben's face. I've just refreshed my page, Felly.
Oh, is there a goal? Score? It's 2-0. Wow. Oh, they got a bloody penalty.
Yeah,
cheating bastards. Yeah, fair.
Sorry about that, mate. Just announced that. I was like, perfect.
Well, it's one of them where it's like our golden generation's gone. No Joe Allen, no Aaron Ramsey, no Gareth Bale.
Yeah.
Like, we've got some all right players, but they're championship players. Now our team is mostly with a couple of better players than that.
They're like your Brad Johnson, Premier League players, I call them. Like they're the ones.
Yeah,
they come into the Prem, but don't solidify, sort of thing.
Yeah, when you think about our old squad, we had Hennessy, who was a Premier League proven goalkeeper. We had Ashley Williams, Premier League proven centre back. We had Joe Allen, Aaron Ramsey in the middle, with Joe Ledley as well, who played for Celtic. Yeah. And then obviously, we had Hal Robson-Kanu and Bale, obviously, leading the way. So it's like
Galactico. Yeah.
Bale, he would be a big signing. Yeah, he'd be a Galactico.
Yeah. Fair enough. And then last one, favourite kit. And we'll say Liverpool kit, just so you don't go with your Welsh bias again. Pick a Welsh.
Favourite Liverpool kit.
You mentioned that you had that one with the candy.
I do like the candy one. I got the late 80s, the grey silver one. That's nice. I try to think the year. It's like 2007 with a collar.
Yeah.
The red kit. Yeah. That's always a nice one.
That was the one where I had Marisa on the back and got.
That's the one I've got as a crop top.
Was it the Gerald?
There was a black one a few years ago that I quite liked. It's just nice and simple. And
goalkeeper kit for us this year is this, just black, which looks so nice.
Is it?
Oh,
yeah. Fair.
That's all we had to ask you, Felly. Do you have any questions, Ben? Were you happy with that?
I did think of something, but we can't remember.
Yeah?
No.
Anything you want to say that you might want to confess to the people?
Confess. I've got 17 kids in the basement. No,
clip it.
I don't have a basement. That's the only part I'll deny about that allegation. No.
Unrelated to kids in the basement, but what's been going on with your Twitter at the minute? You keep getting violation of policies and stuff popping up, don't you?
I don't know. I was accused of being a bot. And I was like, oh, nice. And then I called a donkey, and I got immediate hateful content, warning on it. I was like, mate, what are you talking about?
I'm speaking facts. Compared to everything else that gets said on that platform, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. It's ridiculous.
I thought you were
But,
going
you
to
know.
compliment him for a minute and say, like, oh, I've noticed you've had a couple bangers. No, straight away.
You know.
I'm barely on there, so don't you worry about that.
He did.
Well, you know.
He did say
I know. I need to be a bit more active.
You do need to be. You need to be promoting the podcast. What are we doing?
I tweet the other day, and I appreciate you replied to me. Gave it.
Oh, I'll always try and reply if I can.
Yeah, no, I appreciate
If I think you're worth my time.
Hey, I've been worth your time so far, so I'll take it, fella.
You have.
Even if it's
exactly.
a picture that you're going to reply to me every single time now, but still worth your time.
It's all right. I've got one of your brother as well.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Got a few.
That's right. Well, we've got a few clips from this now, so
yeah, I do.
Fire with fire and all that.
Yeah. There's plenty of sus clips of me online. It's fine.
Out of context, fella.
It doesn't exist anymore. There was an old clip of me on Twitch just googling the price of rope while I had a small bin on my head. Pure depression. That was pure angst and heartbreak. We're playing a friggin' game. Can't remember what game it was anymore. Yeah, I just got fed up halfway through and just changed the picture over to Google search. I just searched up rope prices.
When it used to do that, didn't it?
That would have been
come up with like a warning though, and like give you a helpline. I swear we haven't.
I didn't get it.
What you do in school, James?
It was like what? It went round as like a viral thing, isn't it? Like how to tie a noose, and then it'll give you
a thing. Well, I didn't Google how to tie a noose, so that's probably why I didn't.
Yeah. Oh, mate, it was in third. I started googling cost of rope.
Well, maybe I wanted to just tow something. Yeah, right out of the gutter here.
Right.
Terrible.
All right.
Terrible.
We'll move on to Ballon d'Or chat.
Okay, sorry, I had a thought. I'm moving on. We'll carry on.
Did you want to come back to it?
No, we won't come back to it. We'll move on.
So yeah, a lot of Ballon d'Or chat. Obviously, Lamine Yamal, a lot of him speaking beforehand and showing up in the semi-finals. But then Ronaldo basically calling him out, saying, in order to win the Ballon d'Or, you have to win the Champions League. I think it was the phrase. What's your thoughts on that, Philly?
Oh, what a load of bollocks. between like the before. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It is the most ridiculous. He said that the Ballon d'Or should go to the winner of the Champions League.
Yes.
Utter nonsense. Before Ronaldo won in 2008, I think there was 17 years in a row where the winner of the Champions League, that team didn't have a Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah.
It didn't go to the Champions League winner. It's just not how it happened. I quote tweeted it also and saying, "Oh well, Van Dijk and Gerrard their Ballon d'Ors then." And Barca fans got upset because I was taking off Barca players. And I was like, I'm taking the piss. Relax. I don't agree with it. It's stupid.
Stupid, but that is the logic, though, isn't it? It's like you're completely right. They're the best two players of those games, the years we won it, and those sort of things. And
yeah, exactly.
There's any logic in what you say?
Yeah, a one-off game. It's ridiculous. Just because you won a team doesn't mean you were the best player in the world.
Yeah, this is like
it's just not how it works.
I think team trophies are now valued more importantly than the actual season of a player. They more
they are.
What team wins the most trophies and tries to pick the best player from that team instead of the best individual in the world first.
Yeah, like Salah's had what Salah had this year, like 56 goals and assists in all competitions. If he would have had 40 goals and assists in all competitions, but won the Champions League and Premier League, everyone would be like, oh yeah, he deserves it. He's had a better individual season, but because we didn't win the Champions League,
yeah, exactly that.
And because he had a poor last couple of months as well, even though he didn't have anything to play for.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't mean anything. See, he set the record for a season, isn't he? For the most goals and assists in Premier League season. I'm not even talking about.
That's a joke.
Yeah.
I tweeted earlier saying that, from my point of view, I would say Nuno Mendes probably deserves a bit more than the other PSG players. Like if you're not going to give it to the best attacker in the world in Salah, then why should it go to another attacker? The reason why PSG probably won the Champions League is because of Nuno Mendes locked up Salah, locked up Saka. Like,
was pivotal in the defence of it.
Yeah, and then he's gone and won Nations League now as well.
I've seen a lot of shouts for Vitinha today as well, which by the same token,
Vitinha as well.
being the connector of PSG's team, if you're going to give it to the Champions League player, it's not Dembele, it's everything that made them tick and get there, which is why
you've got João Neves as well.
Yeah. I agree last year with Rodri because individually, Rodri was the best player in their position, sort of thing.
Proved it this year. Like, you take Rodri out and they lose.
Yeah, literally. Then there was obviously Ribery came out and basically put a tweet out laughing and saying what happened about my
that was just funny,
literally everything.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
But who are the front runners for this year then? We've already mentioned a few.
Well, the PR's giving it to bloody Dembele.
Yeah.
Salah will probably come like third or fourth because we just don't have that fucking Ballon d'Or PR.
No, yeah.
And it'll be like Yamal and someone else.
Yeah, Dembele,
Simple as that,
and then probably
Rafinha, even Mbappe.
They'll probably sneak it. Yeah, they'll probably throw Mbappe up there quite high.
Yeah.
He won the European Golden Boot, didn't he? So there you go.
I think the Club World Cup probably will be more fresh in people's minds. So whoever wins that probably has a higher as well.
This is like the problem with it though, because like it's all year long, but that people only remember like it's so recent, like with a couple months. Like they don't remember Salah from the past year; they remember him just the last 2 months.
Yeah,
and then like it'll be the same coming up. So I don't understand why it is in November either. Why is the Ballon d'Or in like November, October?
They brought it forward this year, I think. I think it's in September.
Oh, well, it makes more sense.
Yeah, I think it's like September 27th or something, or 25th.
That makes more sense. I don't get why it's not lined up with a season.
Yeah. I think that's why they did it, was to match it to seasons. Yeah, 22nd of September.
Oh, 22nd.
Yeah.
But like nobody talked about Dembele even being good at PSG before January. No. And then he went on that run and then...
Didn't do anything, did he?
Yeah, he was all right. I think he still had like 11 goals and like goal contributions in like 14 games in the league or something. So he still played... He was having an all right season, but he wasn't like, he's the best in the world. Yeah, but Yamal as well. Yamal's got like 9 league goals this season. Yeah. But because he played well in a couple of the Champions League games, like he was dog shit yesterday against Portugal. It was ridiculous. He'd get the ball, he'd just turn around and pass it back. It's like he just didn't want to do anything. He's in a final. He was awful.
As well.
Yeah, he still got like an 8. He didn't deserve or 7 even. He didn't deserve it. He was crap.
But if
he was awful.
Passes back, that technically is like a pass completion, isn't it? So the rating's all based on what you want them to do and if you achieve it. So
yeah, he played a good ball in for their first goal. That's about all he did that was actually decent. Yeah, I thought, and then he was hooked anyway before the end. So bottle job.
Move on quickly then to transfer talks. Just a brief run through. So obviously, Vert's 2 rejected bids.
Yeah, they're always going to play hardball, though, aren't
they? This is going to be the most money they'll make for a long time, so they're going to make the most money. Yeah. Like, how much did they buy him for? Did I see it was like 700k? Or was that someone else?
They wouldn't have bought him for much because I think they bought him as like a youth product,
that's
just
out
of it. So it wouldn't have been much.
It would have been like Harvey Elliott kind of like situation where we paid tribunal fee almost.
Yeah. Well, why do we not get that for Trent? Like, if we didn't get the 10 million, why will we?
I don't know.
Because we had it with Ings as well. We signed Ings, boyhood club, not paying a fee. We start to pay a tribunal fee. It's like, well, hang on a minute. So why do we never get that?
Unless it's within England.
Yeah, so why
outside? I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's a ridiculous rule.
Yeah.
Never it's just stupid.
I haven't got a clue, to be honest. I don't really know about them. So.
I know. Obviously, it can't be done, but I've always thought with like big transfers like these, why does our say Edwards / Hughes, whoever's handle it, not just sit in a room for 12 hours in Leverkusen until they get a deal done? I know. If I say this, though, it's going to be on football Twitter going, "Oh, it's not FIFA." It's like, yeah, but if all they're doing is sending one email a day, going, "Oh, what do you reckon of this bid?" Oh no, shit! Oh, I'll come back tomorrow. So I get they've got to structure it, but if he's got authorization to spend so much money from John W. Henry or the board, then surely he just should be able to sit in a room until it's all ironed out the details of what they're happy with. If they have to get someone else involved, fine. But surely we should have just our top guy, their top guy, in conversation constantly, even if it's over a couple days, but constant communication about, okay, what about this? What about this? Okay, how about this? I don't get why it has to take like, oh, here's a bid Friday. Oh yeah, we're not going to bother messaging until next Tuesday now. It's not, but I obviously understand things take time. And I'm not saying like, I'm not like being impatient. I'm just saying it's weird that can't be done.
Look at him backtracking.
It's not backtracking because like because I've said it on there. I'm not that bothered. It takes. We've got all summer. As long as he's in before the season starts, then it won't matter.
When does the window shut? Is it tomorrow?
I think it's pretty much shut like tomorrow, isn't it? But then it opens again in like days.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
And then opens again when?
16th. So
16th.
The reason is that any signing made this time can play in the Club World Cup. If it's after the 16th, then they can't play.
It also
so it's like a pre-window.
It also counts towards last year's transfer, like on the PSR yearly quarter.
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, it's like a little extra.
Yeah,
so a little extra window for this season
for last year.
Nice.
That's why they can play in the Club World Cup because it's still the same season.
Yeah.
Rather than it being the next season.
That has to get announced by today/tomorrow if we want in.
Wow.
Potentially including last year's.
Trent's been revealed as a Madrid player on Thursday. Let's announce it Thursday after, say the hour after.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, as long as he gets signed before July, I think we're fine.
Yeah, I agree.
There's quite a lot of negative talk from both our fans and opposing fans about the price of him, though. What's your thoughts about that?
Well, bloody hell, City spent 100 million on Jack Grealish.
Yeah.
Chelsea spent 210 million on Caicedo and Enzo, or whatever it was.
It was in pounds, 140 million in euros, I think.
Oh, euros. Sorry. United spent
Indian.
Yeah, United spent 90 million on Pogba, 75 million. They spent we make one big signing. Okay, it's bigger than the rest, but suddenly it's a problem.
Well, that's it. And I think the tweet you replied to me was the guy that said you can get 275 million signings for that. I think the value of getting Wirtz at his thing versus the risk of, and this isn't against Nunes because I really like him as a player, but the value we should get from Wirtz is probably worth 2 Nuneses over the last 2 years, probably.
I would compare it in to us. We see obviously he could be a generational talent. He could be literally cream of the crop kind of thing. It's just like us playing this much money for in a few years' time, he could go prime De Bruyne levels. It's understandable that we're going to be paying this amount of money.
What was his weight?
Well,
I don't believe
it's from what the most trustworthy one I saw was 340k. So he'd be our third highest paid player behind Salah and Van Dijk. But if you're some people are saying, oh, well, how is he getting that? Well, if we're signing someone for this much money, they're going to get a high wage. It's just simple.
Yeah, you can't really say.
But it's one of those things.
Much money and then not pay for it, sort of thing, can you?
Yeah, exactly. But it's also one of those things where if we don't win anything for the next 10 years and he's just shit and we sell him in 3 years, then okay, fair enough. But if he stays at Liverpool for the next decade, we win 7 league titles, 3 Champions Leagues, and he wins the Ballon d'Or 5 times, then we could literally have paid 500 million and it wasn't worth it.
Yeah. So, you know that's not possible, though, Feli. You've just said we're going to win 3 Champions Leagues, but 5 Ballon d'Ors.
Sorry, yeah. Well, I think they're double counting. Yeah, he gets 2 Ballon d'Ors for every Champions League. But yeah, it doesn't matter about the price now. Look back at it in the future. No need to worry about it now. Yeah. It's not our money. I'm not asked.
No, that's the other thing. Why are you complaining? Yeah, especially Liverpool fans. It's not your money.
Yeah. If he wants, if John Emery wants to get his what out, you slap it out, mate. Go for it.
The Turkey one pisses me off.
Oh yeah.
Because he was always going cheap. When we were linked with him before we went for Wirtz, before we knew Wirtz was available, like for us, because it just seemed like he was going Munich, the price quoted was 30 million euro. That's what every article said. Liverpool in 30 million. It's because Leon are both skint, and they agreed to let him go. So he was always leaving this summer for like 30 million euro. And then because we're signing Wirtz for this much money, Real fans are like, oh yeah, look at this bargain compared to this fucking shit deal. And then City fans are like, oh, look how amazing our board is at making deals. Like, he was always going for that price.
Literally, it's not like
you basically
special.
You basically got into the shop, sold milk for £1.50, picked it up, scanned it, and paid £1.50. It's what it was.
I know we've said clip it quite a few times, but I'm going to use that for the rest of my
it's just true, though. They've just paid exactly what they were selling. The same with that, I don't know how to say it, the Dutch fella on the side. Yeah, they're acting like he's the best centre mid of all time. I did have an AC Milan fella try and tell me that he's the third best midfielder in the world. He's just not. But yeah, what's that? Sorry,
didn't Milan finish like 8th in the Serie A this year or something?
Oh yeah. They were crap.
Yeah.
There's other player that they sold a couple of years ago in Newcastle. Tonali's better than he is.
Yeah.
So,
100%.
But yeah, they're selling him for 46 million, and in the market, that's probably about right. So again, it's not a magnificent deal. He's not a bloody £80 million player or anything. And then they're on about the 8 Nuri.
Yeah, for 40, is it?
He's up 30,
40?
Yeah, he's up. I think it's like 35 million euros, like 30 million pound. But that's about what you probably should be paying. If not, that might be a bit too much.
Yeah. Is he left back?
So they probably overspent on that. Yeah, he's a left back. He's all right. He's a Prem level left back.
City's better players though at left back.
I reckon
he's probably going to play centre back.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've spent probably about the right amounts on each player, and just because we're signing Wirtz for this much money.
Yeah. No, that's
fair. But they signed Jack Grealish for 100 million. Well, we got Salah, Mane, and Firmino for the same price. Yeah. So there you go. Have that one.
Yeah. Well, best trio up front in Liverpool Premier League history. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. And we've got hindsight to look at that and say that that's how it panned out. They don't even know how these players are going to work. He could be another Nico Gonzalez. They've just spent 60 odd million on Nico Gonzalez to replace him with a £45 million midfielder.
Well, they spent more than that, didn't they? What was their January? Was like 120 mil or something?
More than that.
Yeah, I think he was 60. Mamouche was 75, and then the other.
Yeah, exactly. So
they're already replacing a £60 million with a 45.
Yeah. Any other rumours? I only know about Nunes with Al Hilal that's been opened within the last couple of hours, sort of thing.
Well, I saw two with that. I saw one saying that he is going, and one saying that they've distanced themselves from him and they're definitely not going. So I don't know what's going on with that one.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, but the first one I saw was that Al Hilal are definitely not going.
Yeah.
And then the second one I saw was, Al Hilal are making. What is it? Give me a chance.
I saw someone take the mic.
I've been working all day.
Nunes tried to board a plane to Saudi Arabia and ended up in South Africa.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Mr. Medical.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one.
Anything else? Any other rumours?
I haven't seen many rumours. Should we make some up?
Ajax, I seen.
Oh yeah, I did see that one. Yeah,
I don't know.
On loan, yeah.
Obviously, is it loan or?
I think I saw on loan as the rumor.
Yeah. It's hard because obviously we bought this new kid as well, haven't we? Apparently he's class. I haven't seen.
Yeah, Pesci.
Yeah.
Well, he's been nominated for the Golden Boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is he?
So he must be. So he must be decent.
Yeah.
So.
And he's a Liverpool fan.
We were saying about that.
Support your local, Pesci. Terrible.
We're going to end with a bit of a game. I'm going to steal from Ben here and do a bit of a Who Am I?
Oh, crap at these. I'm good at film versions of this, but, you know.
Right, are you ready?
Yeah, we're both playing.
I'm ready. We're both playing.
Yeah.
The first clue.
Is it gonna be one clue and then one?
Yeah.
Is that how we're doing it?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, Feli, you can start. So, I was born in 2003 in Pulheim, Germany.
2003. Oh, quite young then. Well, it makes me feel like Florian Wirtz, but I don't know.
Well, what's your guess?
I'll just go Florian Wirtz. He's not a Liverpool player yet, but we'll go for it.
That's good. Yeah, 22 years old. Florian Wirtz.
Yeah, it was. No, you play it a bit. This is what they do.
Well, I can't think of a single German player in our squad that is about 20-odd years old.
All right. Quick, I'll
Find another player, quick.
Just give me
Find another one.
That's brilliant.
Recently,
Nationalities, you could have picked like France or anything, and then
If it would have been like an English one, I would have been like, oh, a few, like maybe someone that's just left, maybe, or like some academy player that I don't really know that's like just gone on loan at Swansea. I don't know.
And I thought, as your Avi, I thought you might enjoy it.
Well, yeah, I thought that's why you might have gone for it.
Fair play.
22, I was like,
Go on. I was born in 1991, but not in England.
1991. Ooh, old person. Not in England. 34, or possibly 33 still. Okay. 1991. Van Dijk.
Endo.
No and no. Full disclosure, this is just a ChatGPT version where I've said, who is Dubs LFC? What's his game? Who am I? Create me a version of it straight away. So hopefully the clues actually line up.
Why didn't you just search a football player from Liverpool?
But then I have to choose the stats I'm going to ask, and it's just...
Yeah, but it comes up with like age and...
Hey,
okay.
It's working.
Okay.
I joined Liverpool in 2016.
Who joined in 2016? Oh, 34-ish. Was that it? 33, 34?
Yeah, 91 was when he was born.
91.
Supposedly, as far as ChatGPT is concerned. If he's hallucinating, then I am not taking the blame for it. But
he might be from 1990, but I'll just go Sadio Mane.
Sadio Mane?
Adam Lallana.
Sadio Mane.
It's outside of England, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I thought he might have been, though. I thought he might have been a sneak.
Yeah.
I was thinking Lallana myself, but I think he's older than that. I think he's like 37.
Genie Wijnaldum.
He just retired him.
Incorrect.
I think so.
I say incorrect. Philly, you got it right. I didn't know how to keep playing without playing.
Yeah. There we go. I wasn't sure if he was 1990 or 91.
Yeah, the other one, you said you were crap at these. I was hoping for a little bit more
Wow.
there, Philly. But
I like this game. I'm here. Yeah, it's just I remembered when we had Sadio Mane, Firmino, and Salah. They were all around 26 at like the same time, like 26, 27.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, he's got to be around 90 or 91. And I just went for it.
Nice
and easy.
Well, I mean, that's all I have planned for the pod today. Do you want to talk about anything else, or are you both good to go?
When's the OnlyFans starting, lads?
I already did the
Well, load the picture.
Nice. Well, happy to finish.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy as I'm as happy as you are.
Well, thank you for joining us, Felly. Really appreciate it. And thank you for not, ripping into me too much. Or
I wouldn't do that on the first one.
Used to it, but we'll see.
No, maybe for the next predictions, I'll have to come back and I'll tear into you for your terrible ones then instead.
And then
maybe we'll do that.
More predictions and the fourth.
Oh, so we're getting him.
To be fair,
predictions.
To be fair, I did a prediction video for 2025 season.
Yeah.
So I still haven't reacted to it. I know 100% I put Nottingham Forest to get relegated. So that was a terrible shout.
Did all three?
But did you? I did, though, for a while have Liverpool top, but I think at the end I just said, but logically City are probably going to win. But we did have I did put us finish. So we'll take that one. But I think also have Spurs to finish fourth. It's not a great one.
No,
I think they're 56.
We're in and there around. I had United up there as well.
Do you know what? I actually think I had Arsenal fifth. But I think I put Chelsea third, Spurs fourth, or like maybe around.
Yeah.
But like it's just annoying when Spurs finished fifth the season before, and they were playing all right football. It wasn't great football, but it was all right, and you thought, oh, a good summer, they'll do all right. And Arsenal. I don't think they could have any complaints about him going. I would have, if I was them, I probably would have given him another season. Or at least 3-4 months of the season. Because he did have a lot of injuries. You can't, even though they were shit, you cannot rule out the fact that, they lost Van der Ven, Romero, James Maddison. I think Kulusevski was out for a while, Son was out for a bit, Brennan Johnson was out for ages. You can't, deny most of their squad was decimated. And it was like we had it a few years ago, same time, all the same positions.
Yep.
So yeah, it's one of them where Bergvall was supposed to be a player for the future. He started the games for Spurs this year because they didn't have anyone to play centre mid either.
He's class to be fair.
So
he's a dick.
Yeah, he's a good player. But I probably would have myself let him at least have a go.
It's hard, they won the first trophy in 17 years, wasn't it? But then I was like, give them a go, and then someone pointed out they've lost 22 games this year in the league. I was like, oh, that is a lot.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can't complain about him getting.
No.
Well, did you see that clip I posted? It was from Pitchside Podcast.
Yeah.
They were saying that he had Spurs had an 80 a season. It's well, they didn't.
An 80.
And they kept moving the goalposts. So one of them was oh, well, what would their objectives have been at the start of the season? To get Champions League football and maybe win a trophy. And he's oh, they did that, so it has to be A. But no, their objectives would not have been to just get Champions League. It would have been to finish top 4 and possibly win a trophy. That's what it would have been, to finish top 4. Yeah. That gets you Champions League. The fact that they got lucky and won the Europa League, which they also, looking at all the teams that are in it, a team from England should win the Europa League. Or at least get to the final.
Yeah.
Because who are they coming up against these days? They're not coming up against mega teams that are or dropping down teams, are they?
No.
So it's not as if they got stiff competition coming through. They've literally just got the 5th to 7th place teams from the better leagues, and then or whatever, and then a load of crap teams. So they should win, just like Chelsea should have won the Conference League, and they did.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, thank you again for listening to this final episode of the season. It's actually first episode of next season, or is it a mid-season?
Are we doing a mid-season?
We're doing
I don't know. Are we in a new playlist?
Could be, yeah.
It potentially is, yeah.
A new playlist.
We'll have to make one.
Thanks again for listening to the first episode of the new playlist. You've been listening to the Jump Session podcast. Make sure you leave a rating, 5-star review. If you liked Felly, we can get him on again. Yeah, thank you, Felly. Appreciate that.
10 likes and I'll come back.
And make sure you follow us all on socials. I'll obey Felly and try and get a bit more active on X, but these guys are always on it, so make sure you follow them. And yeah, I've been James.
I've been Ben.
I've been me.
He's been
I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for the outro.
You'll never walk alone, and see you directly.
See you directly.